Oh, it's bright again. The sun is giving us a message today.
Do you think this is a good omen for your talk tonight?
Very good omen.
Yeah?
Yes, brother sun, sister moon.
Claire Whalen is an 88-year-old Franciscan nun who recently celebrated her 7th decade in the order. We visited her last month in Indiana during the eclipse to talk about solar energy.
You know, the earth, all creation, is a manifestation of the one who created it, the source of all being. Mm-hmm. And that's the source of my being, too.
Recently, Claire has channeled her faith-based environmentalism toward fighting a new policy. In May, Indiana's Republican-led State Legislature passed Senate Bill 309, which will make owning solar panels less affordable. In response, Claire joined a statewide drive to get people in Indiana to go solar. And part of the way she's doing this is by hosting community meetings to connect residents in her area with solar panel installers.
These are some of the towns and cities that have already been involved in this. We went to Bloomington for an all-day workshop. 16 teams now throughout the state of Indiana are doing the same thing.
So you're helping out the solar industry in Indiana.
I guess we're more for the homeowner to do this fast because to their benefit. I like to see things get done. I like to see fair treatment. And I happen to have the energy and the skill to push people.
Our electric bill is approximately $1,400 a month. So I'm curious to find what we can save by having solar panels.
It's not too often when you get a combination of something that makes good moral sense and ecological sense and still saves you money.
There is some urgency to Claire's efforts. In the past 3 years, Maine, Hawaii, and Arizona have all taken steps to restrict solar incentives, making the bill in Indiana part of a national trend. Now that it's passed, it's set to take effect in January, at which point homeowners will see new limits set on something called net metering. Here's how net metering works. Right now, if you're an Indiana homeowner with solar panels on your roof, you get a credit on your electricity bill each month for the excess energy your panels generate. Effectively, you sell it back to the grid at the same price the electric company would charge you. But Bill 309 changes that. It makes it so that if someone were to lose their benefits from net metering today, a solar panel owner would pay the retail price, 12 cents per kilowatt hour, for electricity from the grid. But they'd only be able to sell the electricity back for a price close to wholesale, about 4 cents. Brant Hirschman is a Republican state senator in Indiana. He's the author of SB 309. There are only about 1,000 people in Indiana right now that use solar energy. That's not a lot.
That's correct.
Why go after net metering now?
Well, first of all, I would disagree with your statement, go after net metering.
Sure.
But if you look at the controversy that was generated over this bill, when only 1,000 people are participating, understand how difficult it would be to make any changes to the program when that number is 10,000 or 50,000 or more.
From the perspective of somebody who has solar panels on their roof, they're saying, hey, I'm paying this much for my energy. When I give it back to utilities and they benefit from that, shouldn't I also be credited the same amount that I'm paying for my energy? How would you explain your position to them?
It fails to take into account the additional costs that are incurred, like the distribution and transmission costs. That doesn't come for free.
A lot of the people that I've spoken to about Bill 309 and who are upset about it are people who belong to faith-based groups. And for them, going solar is all about embracing God's creation and taking care of the environment. What would you tell them?
I guess technically speaking, God created coal as well. So you have to take a look at this in totality. I have nothing against solar power, but to suggest that it's God's favorite energy source is a bit of a stretch.
After 3 meetings, Claire has gotten 25 people to signal an interest in solar. Of those, 8 customers have signed a contract with a solar installer. Did you expect to have this many people come to these talks and then decide, I want to go solar?
I wanted more.
You wanted more. Do you think that you're going to keep talking up solar, in the years to come?
Oh, yes.
You're going to keep being involved?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I can.
Yeah.
As long as there's air in my system.